Alright guys, so I secure my car from the driver's side. I jacked it out, and then I put two jack stands underneath. So there's 3 bolts right here. This is where the frame of the car is, but it's covered by plastic. But I just put a jack stand for security. One here and one over there. The arm that comes from the wheel to the body of the car, the chassis, so I put one underneath there just for the security purposes. I did not drop the car on this jack stand. They're just there. Make sure they're as close as possible to the body of the car, and make sure you don't just put it on any plastic. Now next thing we have to do is we need to remove this aluminum plate right here. The aluminum plate has this Phillips screw, this Phillips screw, and then it has, let's see, it has this is you just use a flat screwdriver and you remove one here, one all the way here, 2, and then you have 3, 1 there, 4, and then you have 5 right here, 5 and 6 right here, and then this entire aluminum plate just slides out from this. There's some hooks that you'll just have to slide it out, so let's do that. Once you removed all the screws, you grab it from the middle and push it from the front to the back. Slide it off. That's it, and then it comes off. You can leave it underneath the car and then put it back later. Okay, so this is the engine oil pan, and the 17mm bolt is right here, and the oil filter is right here, this one. Here is the bolt for the oil, so you're just gonna have to remove this. It's a 17mm, and then once that's done, you will screw it back, and then you'll remove this is the oil filter. Alright, so I'm gonna bring my oil pan and I'll put it right on top of it, and then I will always have a piece of cloth next to me just in case I need to wipe something. So put your 17mm. Now remember, to unscrew it, you just have to, I guess, push it down. So what I do, I just like to kick it a few times with my fist, and that way it's very easy. So you could unscrew it like this, but it comes off very easy. What I like to do is I put the pan right, so the way the bolt is, just the edge of the pan here, because it's the volume of oil is a lot, so it's gonna fly all the way there, the trajectory of the oil. So you want to make sure you have enough clearance, or else you're gonna spill on the floor. And then with the index finger you push it inside, and with the thumb and the other finger just unscrew it like this, as I'm showing, just because. And once you feel like it's almost, the thread is almost unscrewed, then you're just gonna, so keep pushing like this, see? So it's starting to drip. Just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, and then just take it out like this. There you go. And then that's why I have a cloth next to me, so I can wipe right away the bolt and my hand. Right away, I'm gonna go ahead and change this washer. So here, I'm taking it out. I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna get a new washer. I got a new washer, so install it on your bolt right away, like this. So you have your bolt ready. When the oil is gonna drip very slow, that's when you can stop, and you can put the bolt back and proceed to removing the oil filter. Alright guys, so this is a slow drip. I'm gonna put the bolt back, so I'm gonna just screw it a little bit. Okay, once you screw it a little bit, you wipe this around in between. Okay. Now let's bring the pen forward because this is where the oil filter is. Make sure you keep your cloth with you, and then I'm gonna tighten this bolt. Just tighten it hard enough, that's it. Not too tight. You don't want to break that thread. It's all aluminum, even the bolt, even the oil. Next thing, we're gonna remove this oil filter. And for this oil filter, I have this special tool that I bought it off eBay. They sell them on Amazon, O'Reilly. So all you're gonna have to do is you're gonna insert it on the filter. Put it on the side. And then you're gonna get your wrench or ratchet, whatever. So make sure counterclockwise, and then you're just gonna unscrew it a little bit just to loosen up, so you can use your hand afterwards. That's it, done. And then remove this. It's a little hard to remove, so what I do is I put my wrench in it, and then I wiggle it, because it's so snug that it doesn't want to come out. And if it doesn't want to come out, you see how the wrench is like this? So what I do is I put it flush to the filter and I kick it down, so that way this will be removed. There we go. So what I'm trying to show you is you put it like this, and you'll kick it down from one side and then from the other side, and will just come off. And then you aim your oil pan. Make sure you have your cloth ready just in case the spills goes who knows where, and then just unscrew it. So as soon as you unscrew it, some oil will come out right away. There you go. Just let that oil come out, and then finish unscrewing it. So when it's done, just hold it like this, and then put it on the side like that. Okay, so there's not much oil coming out from there. Guys, so here's a closer look. This is where you screw the oil filter. So I wiped everything around, I cleaned it. Now I'm gonna get my new filter, and we're gonna install it in there. So what I do before I install this filter, I go ahead, take it out of the box, remove this plastic, and then I'm gonna pour some oil inside. Just not a lot, I would say just a little bit, like this. Well, I think that was a lot, so at least half of it. And then with your glove, get some oil and rub it around this rubber right here. Rub it around so it will not be dry. Okay, that's it. And now we're gonna go and install it. You need to make sure it's clean, because the rubber gasket goes around this, so you make sure everything is clean, and the pipe. And then you just like this, the oil filter. That's why I said only a little bit, because it needs to be under angle and you don't want the oil to come out. Okay, it's good. And then push it and screw it like this. If you really have a strong hand, you can just tighten it by hand. You don't need to tighten it. That's just enough. But usually what I like to do is I like to give it one more twist with my wrench. So I just place it there, hold it, and then I will give it one full circle, and that's it. And then just wiggle it a little bit. Before you get out of the car, make sure you double check if everything is tightened. The oil filter and the drain plug, the bolt. Make sure it's tightened. We need to put this plate back. So there's 4 hooks like that right there. Make sure this aluminum plate goes in those hooks. And once it's in it, and then you can screw your 2 Phillips go here. Okay, and then these flat ones, they go like this. And then you're gonna have to hold it with one hand, the other hand twist it. Okay, so the plate is back. Okay, let's drop the car down. So this is literally a yoga mat. I think it's less than half an inch, but I think you should get an inch at least. It's thicker, it's more softer, and then you just put it when you work underneath the car. It's the best. Okay, I'm gonna open the hood now. Alright, so I have a full bottle of Mobile 1020. It's brand new unopened. I pour this bottle in the engine until I'm reaching the level of half of the quarter here, and that's just the right size. That's how I do it. Let's go here. So this is the cup right here. You unscrew this. You always have to have a cloth on hand and then just wipe it a little bit. So here it says what type of oil, 0W20 you need to put in your engine. So put this on the side. I put this cloth like this. I put my funnel. So from time to time, just put it like this and see where the level is at. So I still have 1/4 and a half more. So it's almost in half. I'll pour just a little bit more, maybe 100 ml or so. Okay, that's it. Let's check. Yeah, so it's a little bit more than half, so that's just, I always, when I lift this, I always put it on the cloth like this. And then I'm gonna keep it like this until I'm gonna measure the level and then see if I need to add more. Screw the cap back. So this is not the time we're gonna check the level. We need to run the engine for a minute or two and then let it rest for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna check the level, because the oil needs to, you know, go in every corner of the engine, in the oil filter especially, in other places. So let's go start the engine. So while I'm running the car, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to reset. So you'll go to settings, you'll go to radio, and you're gonna go to maintenance info, and then so we did oil change, tire rotation was done at American Tire, brake fluid, I looked at it, honestly the car only has 32,000 miles. I don't think it needs a brake fluid. It doesn't even, probably it's a replacement of the oil. I don't think it needs to be done. I mean, it's only 30,000 miles. That's ridiculous. They just want to make more money out of it. Anyways, so oil, engine oil done, tire rotation done, brake fluid, I'm gonna look again, but I don't think so. But even if I have to do it, I'm gonna do it by myself. So select reset items, all due items, reset. That's it, and you're done. Okay, now the car is running for like a minute or two. I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna let the engine rest, and then I'm gonna check the level. The brake fluid right here. It's right here. So yeah, it looks clean. You can see the bottom. If I put the flashlight like that, it's clean. I don't see why would they want to change it. It's only 30,000 miles. I think it's just a rip of money. It's too early for 32,000 miles to change the brake fluid. No way. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. Let's check the oil level. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wipe it. Okay, so the oil level needs to be, so in between those two marks, one mark, this is the lower mark and this is the maximum mark. So you wanna be as close as possible to the maximum mark, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dip it 3-4 times, and we're gonna check the level. If you look at the shiny part, the wet part, it's right there in the middle. So I'm gonna add a little bit more because I want it as much as possible to the maximum level. Alright, so if you look at it, you can see the shiny, it's right in the middle. And the drier part is closer to max. So that's good. Half, a little bit more than half, closer to that, it's good enough. It's actually perfect. So I'm just gonna put this dipstick level back, and we're done with the oil change on Honda Civic 2016. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you can do this at home. Don't be afraid. It's very easy. It's not hard. Just make sure you have all the tools you need. Thank you for watching.